Hello, welcome to The Culture Show. I'm Eve Jackson in Paris. In today's programme, the English Riviera, as imagined by the British group Metronomy. They're here in the studio to talk about the new album. Personal best, 6 decades of photographs by the renowned Elliott Erwitt go on display in New York. And an opera with Italian fire in the south of France. Verdi's Aida is an explosive hit at the Orange Opera Festival. Now, they're one of my favourite bands of the moment. The electro-pop heart-tuggers sound can be melancholic and disturbing, as well as danceable. The latest album, The English Riviera, is described as Daft Punk meets the Eagles. See what you think. This is Metronomy, and it's called The Bay.
You may have the body, but do you have the soul? Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. And those endless beaches that go on and on, it's magical. But I'd sooner get out. Remember where we went last year? You said everything about it moved on your career, and you said if you want to go, I'll take you back one day. 'Cause this isn't Paris, and this isn't London, and it's not Berlin, and it's not Hong Kong, not Tokyo. If you want to go, I'll take you.
Well, Oscar Cash and Joseph Mount from Metronomy join me here in the studio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Now, the English Riviera. Tell us about this place.
Oh, well, it's a kind of stretch of coast in the southwest of England, in Devon, where I grew up, basically. I grew up in a town very close to it, and so I'd spend my summers there, and Oscar used to come and holiday down there. It's just this kind of, the closest beach to where I lived when I grew up.
The one that you sing about, though, or the one that we're getting the impression of, is a bit sunny. It's a bit Californian with lots of cool people. Now, I'm British. I know that's not what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it is a very, it is sunny there sometimes, and if it's sunny, you can imagine it's very beautiful. You can imagine you're like in the south of France or something. And I suppose just my kind of idea was like to take those days where you were able to imagine that it was somewhere like LA or whatever, and make that into this kind of an album about a place which exists in England that's like that.
So, Oscar, if you had to choose between cheap holidays, beach huts, saucy postcards, or sand, surf and girls, what would you choose?
If there was a way to have both, then it'd be in Torquay. No, I guess probably the more British seaside thing, if I'm honest.
But it's funny, you ask Oscar that, and then ask him where he went on holiday last time. He'll tell you like a beach hut, fisherman's hut.
Yeah, there's fisherman's huts.
Is this what he does?
Yeah.
So it's so true.
Yeah, it is.
So what would you say your favourite song off the album is?
I mean, I guess it varies, but like there's songs like, for me, songs like She Wants and We Broke Free are kind of quite a good, kind of have the idea that the album's supposed to have quite well kind of encapsulated or something.
Would you call it a concept album, like your last one?
In a way. I mean, the way that I make music is kind of, I find it much easier to have some kind of idea. So it's got like this idea of the English Riviera being this kind of really magnificent place, and that's the concept. But then that's really as far as it goes. There's no kind of like a story or a message or anything.
Okay, so you started off as a one-man band.
Not quite.
Metronomy was your baby.
Mm.
Why did you change that? Why did you make it into an actual group?
Well, I mean, really, because people started getting interested, and I guess as soon as people are listening to your music and they want you to kind of perform it, you've got to like move it away from like your one-man band thing and into this kind of like the world of live music, I guess. And so I was in Brighton, and Oscar was living in Brighton, and Gabriel, who used to be in the band, was there as well, and it just seemed like a kind of nice bunch of people to if it was going to become this live thing, just to do it with friends so it's kind of just done out of the need to do it.
And Oscar, is he still the boss of the band, or is it equal, or how does it
I'll
work?
answer that one.
Yes, he is.
That's not true.
No, but I think with the music, it's very much sort of Joe's baby still, but when it comes to live, it's the four of us that go around and sort of make it what it is in that way. So we feel very much a group in that respect.
And it's your third album. The band is doing better and better. Was there a moment, or has there been a moment where you sort of thought, "Ooh, we're doing well. We might make it"?
I mean,
Lots of little moments. Like that, I guess.
I mean, Oscar's mentions like the first time, or when the band started, and he was like telling friends or whatever and saying, "Oh, it's going really well. We might even get a gig in London. We probably will." And like that, I think that was when we'd made it. Really, was playing in London.
Then when you've made that, you need to make the next bit.
Well, what's the next bit for you guys then? After this, after France Man Cat.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is one of the levels along the way, I guess. I mean, where do you go from this to host a show, maybe? But no, I think there's so many, like especially this year, everything's like going very quickly and very well. So yeah, it's all just kind of a treat, I think.
And in your videos, everyone who I showed the videos to before was really impressed by them. It seems you're making like a really conscious effort to be quite fun and quite memorable, as opposed to having, I mean, apart from the one that I showed with, I was going to say not lots of girls dancing around, but there are a few in this one.
that video is our kind of concession to the girls dancing around. We thought it was time we did a kind of pop spectacular, I guess.
Yeah, it's our attempt at that.
Yeah, but I think you probably just there's no like real like vision or anything like that. It's just people send you ideas for videos and you might have your own ideas, so you just try and there's no point spending money on bad videos, really. Okay, guys, we're out of time. Thank you so much for being a guest today. Thank you. France Man Cat. And just to remind you guys at home, the new album is called The English Riviera. Now on to what must be one of the most beautiful settings for opera in the world. The festival in Orange takes place every year in the south of France, and this summer you can discover works by the likes of Racine, Beethoven and Verdi. But one of the highlights has to be Aida, a tribute to the pharaohs.
The Roman theatre of Orange in southern France is one of the finest remains of the Roman Empire. And an excellent setting, why not, for a tragic tale set in ancient Egypt. 200 singers are getting ready for the performance backstage. Nerves, weirdly, are intact. And there is a reason for that.
When the Romans built this, they were very perfect with the acoustics. So I feel free.
It is one of the world's favorite operas. There's always a public, no matter the setting.
This is possibly one of the easiest operas to digest. One of the easiest to follow in terms of plot and score. Even for those who are not very musical, or especially into opera.
It is the story of an impossible love between an Egyptian general and an Ethiopian princess brought into slavery in Egypt, Aida. It ends with her dying in his arms. And along the way, there is war, jealousy, and festivity.
Verdi is brilliant because he knows how to convey the saddest things in the paciest and most cheerful way.
Aida was performed for the first time in Cairo in 1871, 140 years on. It's as powerful as ever.
Now, from the rich and famous to the down and out, and even the dogs, the American photographer Elliott Erwitt has spent the past 6 decades travelling the world capturing iconic images. He's now brought his favourite works together for an exhibit called Personal Best at the International Centre of Photography in New York. Now, he captured the likes of Marilyn Monroe, Che Guevara and the mourning Jackie Kennedy at JFK's funeral. Canines, though, have also been attracted to Erwitt's lens.
Dogs are universal. They're everywhere. They're sympathetic. I like them. They don't have any pretension, and they don't ask for prints. These are all big advantages.
There you go. And that brings us to the end of the show. Remember to follow us on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter at Eveling in Paris and get some guest secrets on my blog, which is on our website, france24.com. And we're going to leave you with some music from today's guests, Metronomy. It's called She Wants, and it's from their new album, English Riviera. Now, just quickly, guys, what's this about?
So this is about the idea of walking around your house, not being able to get to sleep while your partner is having a very nice dream and sleeping well whilst you're worrying.
Okay, guys, thanks very much for that. This is called She Wants. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
You make up on. And girl, if you're dreaming deep tonight, I'll lie with you by reading light. A glass of water by your side, and gonna hopes of getting tired. Second on every clock, it's getting late. Yeah, that I know. The hours come.